Okay. Let's start off with our homework first. I do give you question one as your homework. Okay. Let's discuss the answer. Calculate the simple interest rate and the total saving based on the following information. Okay.
Sir, can I go find? I can't find the paper yet, sir. Give me a few.
Okay. Okay. Come. Let's continue our discussion here. Calculate the simple interest and total saving based on the following information. Okay, whenever you heard the word simple interest, the formula should be I equal to PRT. And if they're asking total saving means your principal plus your interest rate. Interest accumulated. Your interest is actually PRT. Okay, actually principal plus interest, which is equal to P plus PRT. Take note that I is equal to PRT. Okay, right. So in that way, we want to calculate all these values here. Okay. So here we are given a simple interest rate per annum, and the duration. Some are in months, some are in years. Always make sure your duration or your T must be in years. If they give you in the month, so change it to years by dividing 12. Okay, right. So for example, for a 300 ringgit, okay, for a 300 ringgit, you multiply the what you call interest rate. Interest rate, if you don't forget, you need to convert into decimal. Okay, 1.8, or you also can write 1.8 over 100, or you can write 0.0018. 0.018. 1, 2 right. Okay, if you're not confident, just take the percentage, put over 100, enough. Then you must multiply with the time, which is 9 months, so you over 12 to get in years. Okay, while doing this, you should be getting RM 40 ringgit 50 cent. So this 3000 ringgit plus 40 ringgit 50 cent, your principal plus your interest, you will getting the total savings, which is equal to 3040 ringgit 50 cent. Okay, check the following also. You must get all these answers. Okay, so you have sorry, this one I missed 10 here. Okay, 3000, not 300. Next is 4000. Okay, you multiply with 2%. 2% means 0.02. Okay, and then in 3 months, so 3 over 12, because we want the years, so you should be getting wait, 1 second, let me calculate. 20 ringgit. Okay, 20 ringgit as your interest. So your total saving is, take your principal value 4000 plus your interest value 20 ringgit. So in total is RM 40, 4000 20 ringgit. Okay, same goes to the next one, 7000 ringgit, 0.02512, yeah. And then for 2 years, okay, the unit is already in the years, so no need to divide 12. Okay, so just put times 2. So when you do this, you should be getting RM 350. So your 7000 ringgit plus 350 your interest, your total saving will be 7350. Okay, next question, 2000 ringgit times 1.5%. 1.5%. If you don't know, just put 1.5 over 100. If you know the decimal, just put it the decimal. Okay, 0.015. So 1, 2. Selalu confirm your answer. You try to gerak dua tempat ke kanan. 1, 2. You get back 1.5%. Alright. And then the time, the period must be in the years. So 6 over 12. So when you do this, you will be getting 1000 for 15 is 15 ringgit. RM 15 ringgit. So take your 2000 ringgit plus your 15 ringgit, your interest, and totally your saving is 2,015 ringgit. Okay. So I just give you a simple homework only, this one. And last week we don't have class also some more. So I hopefully you have done your work. Okay, because today I'm more interested to go for the problem solving type questions. Okay, that's the most important part. Okay, apply what you learn is in the problem solving question. All right. Okay. Watch out these questions. Okay. Waliame deposit a sum of money in a bank. Okay, before that, please take note. For simple interest, you have the formula I equal to PRT and the total savings is equal to P plus PRT. The P is the money you deposit earlier, the money you save earlier. For compound interest, remember that we are calculating for matured value. Matured value is actually total savings. Okay, so yeah, you are using, okay, P 1 plus R over N and then NT. Don't forget the formula. Okay, total savings punya formula macam ni. You take your principal, bracket 1 over R over N and then bracket N times T. Okay, this N uh, is the calculation on how many times you charge the interest in 1 year. If they put every 3 months, so you charge 4 times per year. We already looked at this before, right? So get to know your formulas first before you attempt to solve the question. Okay, and if let's say from compound interest, they only find they only give the formula for total saving. So how to find the interest accumulated? So take your MV value, total saving, you minus the principal part only. So you will get your interest because MV is equal to principal plus interest. Okay, MV is total saving. Total saving is always principal plus interest. So kalau kamu susun, make your I as a subject, MV minus P lah. Okay, this is how you find the interest. So all the formula in our paper ready. Okay, come. Let's try to solve this. Okay, Waliame deposit a sum of money in a bank which offer an interest rate 10% per annum and compounded yearly. That means once a year only. So your N equal to 1. Okay, compounded yearly means every year they charge one time only the interest. Calculate the value of principal. This question is a bit different because they're not asking what is the matured value. They're asking the principal value. Calculate the value of the principal if the total interest received by Waliame after 3 years is 1357.10. Okay, so this is the interest. Okay, but we don't know how much amount she deposited. All right. Okay, so we don't know how much amount she deposited, but we know that your R is equal to 0.1, 10%. Your N equal to 1. Principal is what we are going to find. And the I is 1357.10 cent. And the period is 3 years. So your T equal to 3. Okay, I just break down the question first. Your R is equal to 0.1, your N equal to 1, and your T equal to 3. And then we have I equal to 1357.10. And the question is asking principal is how much. Okay, right. So you want to connect with the I, use this formula. I is equal to what? MV minus the principal. Or if you want the basic formula, okay, can also like this. You see, matured value is equal to, matured value means total saving, is equal to principal plus interest. We know this, right? So now we already have the interest value. So make I as your subject. I make I as a subject. So I bring I here, or I let the I here, I move the P here. So your MV minus P. Okay, listen carefully. See how I solve. Okay, and then you have your MV formula that P1 plus R over N T. Okay, this is your MV formula minus your principal, you get your interest. Okay, right. Now try to substitute everything that you have now. I is what? 1357.10 equal to the principal value we don't know, just let it like this. And then 1 plus R. R is 0.1. N is 1. And then N naik balik di sini. And then the time is 3 years minus the P. Okay. So this part only, you try to key in your calculator and tell me the answer. Haridev, what is the answer? This part only.
One 1.331.
Okay, very good. You will get 1.331. Okay. Okay, this 1.331 is actually multiplying with the P. Remember that, because you are putting bracket beside the P. So I put there 1.331 P. Okay, 1.331 P. Okay, then, okay, wait, let me remove this. Minus the P equal to, minus P is actually 1P, right? For simplicity, I just write 1P equal to 1357.10. So more or less, we already almost want to solve ready. Okay, it's like a normal algebraic question ready now. So this one also in terms of P, this one also in terms of P, that means they can do subtraction. Okay, so 1.331, you minus 1 in your calculator, you will getting the answer 0.331. But don't forget, you still need to put the P, because this is in terms of P terms. Okay, 1357.10. So what we are going to calculate now, the principal, right? Make your principal as your subject. Your 0.331 is multiplying with the P. So when you move to the opposite side, so this 1357.10, you maintain here. This 0.331 is multiplying with the P. When you move to the opposite side, it will be dividing 0.331. So what will be your principal? That's the question. So 1357.10, you divide by 0.331. So how much you're getting, Haridev?
4,100.
Yes, that's the question. That's the answer, sorry. RM 4100. Okay, that's how we solve this. Okay, so you must know the main formula here. The MV is actually principal plus interest. Okay, they not even giving the value of MV, so this can be a troublesome question. But if you well aware with the formula, this question is also one of the solvable question. Okay, copy this down. The other class, quite a lengthy work for this. Right, a bank offer an interest rate. Okay, a bank offer an interest rate with compounded half yearly for the principal value of 50,000. Okay, so they never mention what is the interest rate. Oh, that was the question. Calculate the interest rate if the total interest accumulated, that means your I, the interest you gain lah, after 2 years is 2,700. Okay, let's break down this question. Okay, First thing, compounded half yearly. Half yearly means, half year means 6 months. So you compound every 6 months means you can have 2 6 months in 1 year, right? So your n equal to 2, right? I repeat again, compound half yearly means every 6 months. Every 6 months in 1 year you can have two 6 months. So n equal to 2. The principal value is 50,000. And then the interest rate we don't know. That's the question. And then the total interest accumulated is 2,700 ringgit. And remember the time is after 2 years they put. So t equal to 2. Again, this question, they are involving the interest accumulated. So we have no choice. We need to apply the previous formula. Okay. For example, your MV, right? Your matured value is equal to principal plus interest. Okay. So now we know already what is your interest, right? So make your interest as your subject easier. Okay. I put interest here. So MV minus the P, yeah? This P you bring here, you minus. So we write down the formula first. MV is P1 plus R over N T minus the principal. Okay, you want to find the R inside, not so easy. Just now the principal is very easy because principal is outside only. Now the R is inside a bracket and it is a powered up with the NT. Look like very complex to me, right? So I is equal to 2,700. Substitute everything you have. Principal is 50,000. 1 plus R. R is which we don't know. And then the N is 2. And then the 2. And then you times with the T, which is equal to another 2. And then don't forget you need to minus back with the 50,000. Okay. Right. We try to settle this down. 2,700 equal to okay, 50,000 1 plus R over 2. R over 2, you actually can write 0.5 R also lah, because R over 2 is 1 over 2 R. It's the same thing. 1 over 2 is equal to 0.5. Okay, actually you can make it 0.5 R also, but let's say if you are not aware of that, it's okay, it's still okay. I just give you a suggestion. Okay, if you want to look, you don't want to see any fraction, you can make it decimal also, right? Let's say I don't know about that. Okay, no problem with that. Okay, 2 power 2 is 4 minus 50,000. Okay, now I want to make use of your form 2 knowledge. Okay, see here. Let's say I have a 7p square minus 7. Okay, can I factorize this? Definitely, because you have common factor 7, right? So you take out the 7. Okay, and then you think you want to get 7p square. 7 already outside. You put p square here. And then you follow the symbol minus here. And then 7 times what? You get 7 back. Times 1. So when you expand, you get back this. Right? We can factorize, right? When you have a same number, you can factorize. Okay. Similarly, I'm going to do the same thing here. Alright. If you see, this one is considered one term, everything one term. Ini satu bahagian, ini lagi satu bahagian. Okay, if you see both place also got 50,000, right? Okay, this one 50,000 multiplying with 1 plus R over 2 power 4. This one just 50,000. So I can factorize this actually. See how I factorize. Both place also got 50,000, right? So I take out 50,000. Okay. This 50,000 is multiplying with 1 plus r over 2 power 4, right? You just write back the same thing. Okay. Or wait, I think I teach you another method. I think this method is much more easier. Wait, rather than factorization, because not everyone can see the factorization thing. Okay, why not we take the minus 50,000, you bring out that side. Okay, this minus 50,000 we bring this side. So the 2,700 plus 50,000, okay, equal to 50,000 1 plus r over 2 power 4. Okay, so we settle one by one, easier. No need the knowledge of factorization. Actually, you can do in terms of factorization, but it will somehow you will start if you're not well aware. So I afraid. So 50,000 plus 2,700. So you're getting, I think, 52,700 equal to 50,000 1 plus r over 2 power 4. Okay, now this 50,000, sorry, this 50,000 you bring here, but don't minus because your 50,000 you bracket with 1 plus r over 2 power 4. That means you are darab. So datang sini bahagi 52,700 you bahagi dengan 50,000 is equal to 1 plus r over 2, still in bracket because you power 4 here. Okay, Tan, solve for me the 52,700 divided by 50,000.
Okay, sir. I get 1.054, sir.
1.054, good, is equal to 1 plus r over 2 power 4. Okay, I'm just showing you step by step. Okay, so now we cannot take out the r because it is blocked by this power 4. So remember, when you move a power to the opposite side, it become power root. So when you move this 4 to here, it become power root 4. Okay, and use your what do you call okay, you can use your indices knowledge. Okay, use your indices knowledge. Okay, if let's say it's a square root, right? If it is a square root, we put power 1 over 2. If it is a cube root, we put power 1 over 3. Now, when you bring this 4 to the opposite side, it become power root of 4. That means it become power 1 over 4. Remember that. This one all eventually you will learn in your higher level maths. So I just tell you the relationship. Okay. So this 4 you bring to opposite side, because not everyone calculator having the power root 4. So but power root 4 also meaning power 1 over 4. You learn already what in the indices. Okay, now the 4 we settled already. So it become 1 plus r over 2 only now. Okay. Don't attempt to calculate 1.04 power 1 over 4 because why? Because you will getting a continuous decimal answer, and if you try to simplify earlier, the problem is it will reduce the accuracy at your final answer. Because you simplify earlier, then your answer also follow the simplified answer. Your accuracy is not 100%. So what I can suggest you, maintain this 1.04 power 1 over 4. If you have the latest calculator, this one can be done so easy. Okay, now, so now we have r over 2 and plus 1. So you bring the plus 1 over here. It become minus 1. So tinggal r over 2 saja. You want to find the r, right? Put the r here. Okay, listen carefully. This minus 1, you bring this 1 to here. Okay, now tinggal apa? 1.04 power 1 over 4 minus 1. Okay, and then this divide 2, you want to move to the opposite side, it become multiply 2. So the whole thing get multiplied by 2. Okay, so what is your r value? Straight away you get the answer. No need to calculate so many things. Okay, so you key in all these things in your calculator and let me know what is the answer, Tan. If you are using 570 ms, is it, Tan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you are using 570 ms, which I strongly recommend you get a replacement for the latest one. Okay, anyway, you can do that in that calculator also. You put the power symbol and then you can put power 0.25 or 1 over 4. Okay, like this. You calculate this one first, and then that
Okay.
answer minus 1, and then that answer times 2, step by step.
The answer has a lot of.
Decimal, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you tell me the first 4 significant figure.
0.02646.
0.02646. Okay, so this is approximately 2.65 lah, when you bundarkan dia. Okay, this is in decimal lah, so I give in the percentage form, 2.65. Okay, that is the answer, 2.65 percentage per annum. Okay, yeah, it is quite lengthy and need a lot of knowledge to do this kind of a question. Okay, please copy down. Rarely I see some workbook asking this type of questions on. Only a few. Most of the workbook they are asking the basic things, and you're all going to buy that book. Won't improvise your maths knowledge. Actually, you need to choose the bank which can offer more interest, because the more the interest a bank can offer, that will be the more profit to the investor or the Samira here in this case, right? So more profit means first you must know how to interpret the sentence more profit. More profit means higher I value, interest lah. I write interest lah, higher interest value. So you need to calculate the interest for the both bank. Okay, for the both bank, and then you compare which I is bigger. We will choose that bank for Samira, right? So for bank A, okay, let's break down for bank A. Okay, the formula that we are going to use is definitely the basic formula here. MV is total saving is principal plus interest, right? And we are only care about the interest now because we want to see the highest interest value. So make your I as your subject. So MV minus the P, okay? And every time write your formula, although you are confident with the formula, okay? We want to know what we don't want to start, hey, what I must do now. If you write the formula, you know what you need to substitute there. So P 1 plus R over N, and then NT minus the P, principal. This 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 whole part is the MV, don't forget that. Okay, right. Now we try to substitute. The P is 20,000 because she want to save the 200,000. Okay, 200,000, and then I substitute 1. Okay, Sharvina, you are going to help me. For the bank A, 4% per annum, 4.5 years of saving. So your R is equal to 4%, so 0.04, and the N is both bank also they compound the interest yearly, so N equal to 1 lah, so I put over 1, and then 1 multiply the power, the time is 4.5 years, so with 4.5. Okay, and then don't forget you need to minus the 200,000 back to get the interest accumulated by bank A. Right, Sharvinat, what you will get for this section only.
Sir, he left the meat, sir.
He left the meat.
Yeah, sir.
I have time to do that. Okay. Who can help me? Ishwar? Key in your calculator and tell me the answer. How much?
38605.
You calculate which part? The whole thing,
Yeah.
You mean the whole thing,
200,000.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Okay. So, okay, one shot you calculated already. So, what do you get?
38605.
Yes, good. RM 38605.
Point two two
Two
seven.
seven. Yeah. All right. So when you have the advanced calculator, just key in everything like what you see here. You straight away get the answer. No need to show this one how much value, this one how much value. Okay, because you already this is not like standard 6 marking. Oh, you never show this. I minus 1 mark. No, no such thing in PT3 and SPM marking like that. Okay, we will see the method. This method you show or not. Okay, this value you get or not. Okay, then we give you the mark. Okay, not every single things we will see. Okay, right. So we get the interest value of 38,605 ringgit 27 cent. Okay, for bank B. For bank B. Okay, so for bank B, we're going to calculate the same thing. So your I is equal to P. I just write the formula first. N and T minus the P. Okay, then we substitute everything here. Your principal is the same 20,000. And then 1 plus the interest rate is 6% and for 3 years. So interest rate is 0.06 and your N is compounded yearly, so 1, and then 1 multiplied by how many years just now? 3 years, so 1 times 3, and then minus back the 20,000. Okay, yes, Ishwar, calculate for me now this one. Yes, Ishwar, how much?
3820.
3820.
0.32.
No, I think you pressed wrongly somewhere. Oh, I think I do it wrongly. It's not 20,000, it's 200,000. Add one more zero. So you'll get something like, okay, it's a 200,000, not 20,000. My bad. 38203.20. Okay, because I still have the paper that we did in the last class with other class lah. Okay, right. So if you see the value, definitely bank A is slightly higher by 400 plus ringgit. Right, this one 38,203, this one 38,605. So definitely we are going to use, we are going to ask the Samira to invest in bank A lah. Okay, so the question, read back. If Samira want to save 200,000, which bank will give more profit to her? So bank A. You answer the question back, we just proved the calculation only. Now you need to tell bank A give more profit to Samira because the interest accumulated from bank A is higher than bank B. We already proved this through the calculation. Okay, copy this down. All these three question is a quite good question one. Okay, that's why I put at last only. Beware. Right. We still have a few more questions, problem solving. Let's do it quickly. This problem solving should be much easier than what we attempt just now. Right. So let's go through. First question. Calculate the matured value. Okay, they already tell. Calculate the matured value for the RM1 10,000 ringgit principal saving for 3 years, your T, with the interest rate of 3.1% per annum compounded quarterly. Okay, this one is your R tukar jadi decimal 0.031 and then compounded quarterly. Quarterly means you must think first. Quarter means what? 1 over 4. 1 over 4 times 12 months is how much? 3 months. So how many 3 months you can have? That's the question here. Okay, so you can have 4 times 3 months, right? In 1 year, how many 3 months you can have? That's the questions now. Okay, so you can have 4 times 3 months because in 1 year you have a total 12 months. So how many 3 months? 4 times. So your n equal to 4 here. Okay, that's how you determine. Right, so matured value, just plug in your write out your formula first. P 1 plus R over N and then NT. Okay, just like this. This one just matured value. Okay, right? And then substitute things. 10,000. 1 plus R. R is 0.031 over the N. N is 4. And then power up 4. And then multiply by 3 years. Okay, how much is this, Haridev? See,
68.68.
yeah, always round off to 2 decimal point. All right, because this is money, so we have only 2 place. So 10970.68 cent. That is the answer. Okay, right. Everyone have to don't just copy only. You all have to try and experience the answer that I gave you. I show you here. Okay, next one. Next one, Tan going to help me. Calculate the matured value of 5,000 ringgit. Okay, they're asking matured value. 5,000 ringgit principal saving for 6 year, your T, with the interest 3% per annum, R equal to 0.03, compounded every month. Every month means every month means 1 month lah. So in 1 year, how many 1 month we can have? 12 times, right? So n equal to 12 year. Okay, right. Whenever you see the compounded every month, every 6 months, you don't understand, you try to interpret like this. So they tell every month means 1 month. So 1 month times how many, times what number, you get 12 month. You think about that. So 1 month you times by 12, you get 12 months, right? This is the value of n. Okay, you can think in that way also, right? So we get everything to be calculated. So we write out the formula first, P1 over R over N, and then NT. Then you substitute. Your principal is 5,000 ringgit. 1 plus R. R is 0.03. And your N is 12. Night the 12. And then multiply with the year 6. Okay, how much is this? Tan.
I get 5,984.74, sir.
Yes, 5984.74 cent. Good. Okay, that is the answer. Okay, so you all copying, right, while I'm copying also. So I move on to next question. Okay, next one. Next one, Sharvinat, your turn. Okay, wait, let me write down the working out first. Mr. Ishwar deposit is bonus 14,000. Okay, deposit means it's a principal value in a fixed deposit account with the interest rate 3.2% per annum. So 0.032, your R. Compounded half yearly. So half yearly means 6 months. So 6 months times 2, you get 1 year, right? So your N equal to 2. Okay, calculate the total saving. Total saving sama sajalah, matured value lah. Total saving and matured value is the same thing. Of the account after 5 years. Almost the same questions lah. So matured value is equal to P1 plus R over N and T. And then you substitute. Principal is 14,000. 1 plus R. R is 0.032 over by the N. N is 2. Naikkan 2 ini dan darab dengan year 5. Okay, how much is this, Sharwinat?
$16,408.36.
Yeah, correct. 16,408 ringgit 36 cent. Okay, good. All right, next question. Next question, Ishwar going to help me. Okay, Mr. Tan, is it normal normal question? Okay, I think normal question also. Mr. Tan makes a saving of 20,000, your principal, in a fixed deposit account with the interest rate 3.3, so 0.033. Check. Compounded every 2 months. So every 2 months. So 2 months times how many? What is the number? You get 1 year. That means 12 months. So 2 times 6. So your N equal to 6. Nampak tak? Easy. Calculate the matured value after 10 years. Your T equal to 10. Okay, right. So we plug in everything into the formula. MV equal to, every time I will write the formula. Okay, that's how we deal. In the higher level, we won't straight away do everything like you substitute like a mad person. Okay, you need to show what is the formula you are using. Okay, right. So the principal is 20,000. And then 1 plus R. R is 0.033 over by N. N is equal to 6. And then the 6 you multiply with the time. Time is 10 years. So you times by 10. Okay, right. Ishwar, calculate for me.
Uh, 27,794.
27,794 ringgit.
Point 22.
22 cent. Okay. Good. That's the answer. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, next question. Haridev going to help me. Sharvina deposit 8,000 in a fixed deposit account. What is the annual interest rate? That means interest rate per annum. Dia tanya R is what? No more matured value question. What is the annual interest rate imposed so that he can get 8520 after 2 years? Okay. So this 8520 is actually matured value after 2 years. That means the interest we know lah 520 because he deposit 8,000 but he get 8520. That means the interest gain is 520. But that's not the point. Our point is what is the R value after 2 years. Okay, so this question you no need to relate with your interest. Like you want to relate with this one, no need. Okay, because your MV formula is already enough to solve this. Because your MV formula is the one contain the R. Because you know already the value of MV. Another point. So we try to simplify first. Write the formula first. P1 plus R over N and T. So the principal was 8,000 ringgit. 1 plus R, we don't know. And then the N, okay, this question, they never tell, is it compounded how many times? Right? So that means this question is not compounded interest question. Beware. This question is not a compounded interest question. Rather, it's a simple interest question. So this is a simple interest question. So yeah, because they never give compound, they never use the word compounded yearly ke macam tu kan. Jadi ini bukan soalan macam tu lah. Okay, we use the simple interest formula. Okay, we know the total saving 8520. So total saving is equals to principal plus interest, which is equals to P plus PRT. Remember simple interest punya formula? Okay, now we try to substitute everything. Your total saving we know 8520. So I substitute into the total saving 8520 is equals to principal is 8,000 plus 8,000 P plus P and then R. R is what I don't know. So I put bracket R and then the time is 2 years. Okay, yeah. So we try to simplify this. 8520 equal to 8,000 plus 8,000 times 2 is 16,000 times R is 16,000 R. Okay, right. Now we move away the 8,000 to the opposite side. 8520 minus the 8,000 is equal to 16,000 R. So when you take the 8520 minus the 8,000, so definitely we know the answer 520 equal to 16,000 R. So what is the R value here? Sambung sebelah. So just move the 16,000 to the opposite side. The 16,000 is multiplying with the R. So it comes to the opposite side, it will be divide. Okay. So what is the R value? Aridif?
0.0325.
0.0325, right? Okay, always express your annual interest rate in percentage form. So what do you get? Gerak dua tempat. How much?
3.25%.
Yeah, 3.25%. You move two decimal place towards the right. Okay? Yeah, that's the answer. Please copy down. Okay, next question. Tan going to help me. Okay, next question. Haridev deposit a sum of money in a fixed deposit account with an annual interest rate 3.2%. So R equal to 0.032. Compounded quarterly. Quarterly means 1 over 4 times 12 is 3 months. So we can have every 3 months means your n equal to 4 because 3 times 4, 12. Calculate the principal if it is increased to 6157. So after 5 years. So this your 5 years is your t equal to 5. And then if the principal increase to this amount, that means this is your matured value lah. After 5 years, your amount become like this. Not interest, increase to, not increase by. Increase to is 6157. That means this is the matured value after 5 years. Okay, right. We try to use the matured value formula. MV equal to principal 1 plus R over N and then NT. So your principal is how much we don't know. But your MV, you know, 6157, 6157. Okay, 1 plus R. R is 0.032 and the N equal to 4 and then naikkan 4 atas ni and then the time is 5. So we need to find the principal only lah, right? So this part only. Try to calculate Tan.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Eh,
You get terrible answer.
no, sir. The decimals a lot, so
You want to simplify earlier, you will decrease the accuracy. That's the thing. Many maths teacher, they teach you like this one. I know one. Okay, because they always like ask the student to simplify earlier if the thing you get something what we call infinity amount of number, right? So what I will suggest you to increase the accuracy, but suddenly when you go to the A level or matriculation, you will find out that you will close enough to the answer but not the exact answer because you are trained to be like that in your secondary school. Okay, which I want to avoid that, right? So what if you get something very continuous decimal thing, what I can advise you, okay, you write the working like this. You move the whole bracket. The whole bracket is multiplying with the P. So I dividing here. Equal to P. Okay. If you have the advanced calculator, you can straight away key in this thing. Let's say you don't have. Okay. Just now you already calculate, right? This part.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now what you do, you take 6157, divide, you tekan answer.
Okay, sir.
Easier.
I get 5,249.99.
Okay, let me one second. I check. 5,000. 5,000?
249.99.
Yes, correct answer. That's what I'm getting also. RM 5,249 ringgit 99 cent. This is your principal amount. See? You simplify earlier, sometimes you can get the same exact answer like me. Sometimes you will get 98 or 97, which decrease the accuracy if you simplified earlier. Okay, that's why I'm not encouraging that. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we done the first part very clear. Now I'm going to move on. Okay, siapa belum salin, cuba salin. I want to move on to the next part. Final 1 minute. Faster copy. If let's say I go to the next page, you are not complete copying, please let me know on your mic and speak up for yourself. Right, I'm going to next page. Okay, so all this file we learn about savings, the money you save inside the bank. Okay, we have the current account, saving account, and then fixed deposit account, and how the interest play. You already seen that in your previous section. This section is about return of investment. Okay, that means we are going to look other than you save in the bank, what else you can do with your money. Okay, you normally smart people won't keep the money in the bank normally. Okay, they will try to do investment, because the interest rate the bank is offering is way too low. Okay, so if you don't have enough finance knowledge, you cannot you will think the bank is okay, safe and sound like that, but it doesn't, the money does not grow for you. So normally people will do investment. Okay, investment got a lot of many types of investment. Okay, normally people invest in shares, golds, bitcoins, cryptocurrency, macam-macam adalah, but in our syllabus there are only a few only lah. I will teach you how to calculate the ROI for each cases. Okay, first of all, let's understand this ROI, return of investment. Apa itu return? Return tu profit lah. Profit of investment. So profit daripada investment kamu. Itu sajalah. Okay? It's like in the bank, right? We keep the money. So what is the ROI? ROI is the interest you gain. Interest of the bank that gave you, right? That is your ROI. The profit you gain when you keep money somewhere. Okay, that is return of investment. Okay, return of investment can not only profit, it can be loss as well lah. That means negative profit. Okay, profit or loss obtained by an investor in a certain period also can be defined as a ratio. Ratio means bahagi lah. Profit or loss against the value of initial investment. This is the formula. Okay, this is the what you call general formula of ROI. Okay, ROI, we normally will write ROI lah. Return of investment is total return. The returns can be in many form. It depends on the type of investment you are doing. Okay, not necessarily you get one type of return only. You can have multiple type of returns. Okay, if you keep inside the bank, you will only get one type of return, that is interest. That one also very low. So that's why we reject the bank for investing money. Okay, total return divided by the value of initial investment. That means how much you spend initially for this investment. So we want to, if you see this formula closely, let's say I invest 1,000. We take a small investment. Let's say I invest 1,000 ringgit, and I getting 200 ringgit out of it. Definitely, you cannot get 1,000 again. That is not that. If they put the investment like that, then the investment company have to close down lah. Okay. Let's say I get the total profit that I gain was 20 ringgit or 200 ringgit. So we want to compare. The amount I spend is 1,000 and I'm getting 200. How much profit that I gain? So you just 200, you divide 1,000 and then you times 100%. So when you do that, you're getting 20%. 20% is a good return. Okay, 20% is a good return. So yeah, that means you will get back your 1,000 ringgit and also 200 as your extra money. Okay, that is what we call profit. Okay, right. Now, the first investment we want to learn is unit trust. Okay, unit trust. Unit trust, normally we buy share from the companies. Okay, buying share with the companies. Okay, for example, we take a famous corporate company. Okay, listen this story all. This one is a something that you when you grow up, you are more interested in your financial field. Then you must know this everything. Okay, the study about this is financial maths, or we call it actuarial science. If you want to find more about it, very interesting field. You can learn all about your finance thing here, right? Uh, yeah, unit trust means, okay, let's say we have a famous corporate company. For example, let's say we have a Samsung company. Okay, we have a Samsung company or a daily we use one, Food Panda company. These are all corporates. We call corporates. They normally offer shares to the public for public to buy. Okay, how we know they share to the people, I mean it's open to public or not? You will see Berhad or Sendirian Berhad. If you see Sendirian Berhad, this is not open for the public. Sendirian, okay, if they put only Berhad, that means it's open for public. Public can buy their shares. Example, one share, 1 ringgit. Roughly that will be the amount. So normally people won't buy one share only lah. They will buy millions of share lah. 1 million share, 1 million ringgit, like that. Okay. So so when people buy that shares, that money will go into the company. Let's say Food Panda company. So what the Food Panda company will do with the 1 million ringgit? It will do its business using your money. Then what do you gain? You will gain back the money, but then you have to harvest it patiently. You must wait for certain years, then your money will be returned. For example, you buy the 1 million share already, right? Okay, so every year the Food Panda will pay you dividend. For 1 million, let's say if 5% they pay for you the dividend, so you take the 5% times the 1 million, so you will getting 50,000 ringgit as your dividend per year. So you need to wait, and it depends on the company policy lah. You need to wait. If 1 million means very big amount, right? So maybe they will ask you wait for another 7 years. You can harvest your what you put for us. That means you can get back your 1 million ringgit, or in between you can sell all the 1 million shares to other parties. Okay, so dividend is one of your income. Remember, every year, whenever you are a shareholder, you buy the share, you always get a dividend every year. Okay, that's a basic return you have. And then sometimes, let's say the Food Panda company make an enormous amount of the business, enormous amount of a profit in their business. They can give you extra bonus share for you all, or only for the selected person. You are one of him, because you invest so much money, right? So you are like a VIP. So they offer for you the bonus share, also profit for you. Okay, let's say the company, you don't have the trust. I don't have the trust that Food Panda company will return back the 1 million share. So what I can do is I sell the 1 million share to another person. Can, no need the Food Panda's approval. Okay, let's say this one me, I sell to the person B. Okay, let's say I buy for 1 ringgit, right, per share. For person B, I sell for 2 ringgit per share. So imagine I spend here 1 million ringgit. When I sell, it become 2 million ringgit. Yeah, 2 million ringgit. So the profit I'm gaining here is 1 million ringgit. You see? So this is what we call capital gain. Capital gain. Capital gain is simply like this. I tell in a simple language. Capital gain is like selling price minus the buying price. Selling price minus the buying price. So that's the profit, extra profit that you can get. Okay. So this is how unit trust work. So rarely people can enjoy all the three returns lah, but basically they will enjoy dividend, and then basically you can sell your shares at any time. Okay, so how people make money out of it? Okay, now let's say Food Panda company, right? Okay, we take the Food Panda company. Food Panda company is a food delivery company, right? So let's say before the PKP start, right? You feel like the government want to put the darurat thing, okay, the PKP, restrict all the movement. So let's say you already know they are going to do this. So what do? You quickly buy all the Food Panda shares with a lower price. For example, you buy for 80 cents at that time. So during the PKP time and after PKP time, people are get used to the Food Panda and food delivery thing. So the company get famous, got a lot of order. So their market value and the share price will increase. So the company share market value may be increased to let's say 2 ringgit. So now we are after PKP ready, right? So now if you sell the share that you buy, you will gain 1 ringgit 1 ringgit 20 cent from one share. So definitely you're not going to buy one share. You will buy at least some thousands of share. So you make money through this. Okay. So the key point of investment is patience. If you cannot patient, you don't do investment. Okay. I'm talking like a investment guy already. Okay. Right. Let's see here. So you see the unit trust, we got three type of returns. Okay. Dividend, bonus share, and the capital gain. Okay. Let's look at these following questions. Okay. Mr. Zaki invested 2,000 units in Amana Saham Bumiputra. ASB is only for Bumiputra lah, sadly. This one is government control. They cannot have the loss. Other investment can have the loss and maybe you are not getting anything. So it's not like you invest, you must get the profit. No. Sometimes the company bankrupt, you cannot do anything. Okay. Amana Saham Bumiputra value at 1 ringgit 50 cent per unit on 1 January 2017. See? 1 ringgit 50 cent at 1 January 2017. What is the amount of Mr. Zaki's dividend on 1 January 2018 if ASB pay dividend? Oh, this one calculation of dividend only, easy lah. Okay. So let's do this. So first of all, take note that he buy for 1 ringgit 50 cent per share. So the total share he have is 2,000 unit. So the 2,000 you might darab dengan 1 ringgit 50 sen. Remember that. So the total investment you do was 2,000. You darab dengan 1 ringgit 50 sen. So out of this money, they give you dividend 4.5%. So 0.045. That's it. Okay, you calculate. That's all. This is the money you invest, and then percentage you direct calculate only. No formula, nothing. Okay, right. So if you do this, what you will get? Sharwinat, calculate for me. And this one, Ishwar, and this one, Haridev. Faster, calculate. This one 6%, 0.06. You multiply 2,000 units times 1 ringgit 50 cent. Here 6.4%. So 0.064 times 2,000 times 1 ringgit 50 cent. This is the total amount you invest. Okay, Sharwinat, what is the answer for A?
RM 135.
Yes, RM 135 ringgit as your dividend. You will get this dividend every year until you want to sell your shares to the other party. Okay. Once you sell already, you won't get dividend lah, of course. Next, Aridev.
So mine is C.
Oh, this one who? Ishwar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
RM 180.
RM 180. Good. And this one?
192.
RM 192 ringgit. Okay, this is how you calculate the dividend lah. Okay. Right. Now, we still have 5 minutes. Come. I want to teach you exercise 14. Okay. Next week I can focus on the problem solving ready. Okay, investment very easy one. Okay. Right. Mr. Amir invested 2,000 units of share worth 1 ringgit 60 cent per share. Okay. Calculate the capital gain. Remember, capital gain is what? Selling price minus the buying price. Okay. You need to calculate the capital gain and also return on investment, ROI. If Mr. Amir, if he sold all the shares he owned at the price of 1 ringgit 90 cent for the first question, let's say. Okay. So, we straight away calculate the capital gain. Okay. No, don't follow the example. Follow me. Okay. Capital gain. Selling price is 1 ringgit 90 cent. Okay. See the question. 1 ringgit 90 cent you sell. Buying time 1 ringgit 60 cent. This one for 1 unit lah. How many unit you own? You own for 2,000 unit, right? Times by 2,000. So the capital gain you're getting here is 30 cent, 0.30 times 2,000. So I'm getting 600 ringgit. Okay, this is the capital gain. So your ROI, remember ROI is what? Your return over the initial investment times 100%. ROI must be expressed in percentage form. So your only return you can see here is capital gain. Remember, your returns are what? Capital gain, bonus share, and your dividend. So di sini dia tak bagi dividend, dia tak bagi bonus share. Just you beli, you jual. Itu saja. So capital gain is the only return you have, 600. Over the initial investment that I get earlier was 1 ringgit 60 cent per share. I buy it for 2,000 ringgit. That is the early investment that I made. And then you times by 100%. Okay, how much is this? Tan?
Uh, 18.75, sir.
Yeah, very good. 18.75%. Okay, right. So I already showed the first part. Okay, now we just practice the same thing to get used of the formula. Okay, now you find the capital gain. Capital gain very easy. You find out the profit for one share, then you multiply how many share you buy. So now you are selling for 1 ringgit 85 cent. But then when you buy time is 1 ringgit 60 cent. And you buy for 2,000 units. Okay, how much is this? After Tan, Sharvinat, your turn. How much is this? Sharvina, are you there?
500, sir.
RM 500. Okay, good. So now we want to find the ROI. ROI, very simple. Take the 500, the profit you gain, over by the early investment we make is 1.6 times 2,000 is actually 3,000. If you want to write in this form also, no problem. 1 ringgit 60 cent per share. I buy it for 2,000 units. So times 100%. How much is this, Shabinat? Calculate. Yes, Sharvinat, what is the answer?
15.63.
15.63 percentage. Correct. And then finally, Ishwar, help me. This one, 2 ringgit per unit. So 2.00, you minus the original price is 1 ringgit 60 cent per unit. And you buy it for 2000 units. So times by 2000 unit. Okay. So how much is this, Ishwar?
800, sir.
800. Okay. Now you find the ROI. How much return I get? This 800 is how big I get compared to my investment. That is ROI. So 800 ringgit is what I get. And what I put is 1.60 times 2000 unit times 100%. How much is that?
Uh, 25 percentage.
25% is correct answer. All right. So I stop here first. Next week, I will continue with the problem solving. Okay. That's all for this week. See you on next class. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye, Joe.
All right.